World champ Tyler Wright taking the lineup against Hawaii's own Coco in a classic quarterfinal matchup, and the winner will take on Tatiana Weston Webb as the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing continues. Watching this now, Coco wanting to get a quick start against the champ. Two beautiful backside moves. She has some speed to burn in the whitewater, and this is just going to keep her flow intact for the reform. Coco, big section to work with, sits on the roof, a big float. She hangs on and steps off right after. Are you giving that a completion?
Oh, touch and go, Joe, but the transition through the maneuvers on the outside, I don't know, there's something different about Coco at this event. Judges deem it complete, but these two turns on the outside, I love her style. She looks so comfortable on that surfboard, able to just throw it in any direction she pleases, keeps it neatly under her feet. She's done this Huntington hop as a junior surfer so many times. This is that move, she just winds up for it, waits for impact, and then steps off like you said, Joe.
One more step closer to defending that win last year. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chelsea. Tatiana on fire into the semifinals as Tyler Wright starting to plan her comeback against Coco. A couple of smooth moves on the right. She's hoping for something to really work with on the reform. She's made the distance off the bottom. Nice lofty float. One more maneuver, and she'll ride out of that nice and clean.
That's a good answer back, Joe. Solid. Matt Barlas.
That's right. The boards are looking magic for both athletes. Coco heading towards the pilings. First turn through the whitewater, frames up off the lip, and she just narrowly escapes the pier. Great redirect, so she could get the bonus reform. What a solid read for Coco, but it's not able to throw it up in the lip before that one shuts down.
Really done that so well. She's quietening out the noise and just simplifying it. That first crack, like we mentioned, the turns on the outside, that's where the meat and potatoes of the score comes from. So Coco, two decent hits and also determined to make this inside connection. Pretty smart to kick out there. I don't think there was going to be any use of hitting that section, but then Tyler Wright, that answer back to the 783 that Coco's posted. Strong. Look at those carving maneuvers. I think she didn't get the dynamic maneuvers out the back that she would have wanted, but still that solid surfing. And then this inside connection, floating maneuver, and gets that bonus rebate. Rides out of it clean. Woke up at 5 in the morning to drive from San Clemente to bring her a backup board, so she's got a lot of people willing to support her. Wow. Huge first turn from Tyler Wright. Way to make that outside section count on a slopey wave. Judges are going to be taking note of this. You can tell the intent in her surfing right now. She doesn't want to just hand this heat over to Coco. Ow, awkward fall on that inside section. Coco out the back on a similar right-hander. She doesn't like the look of that one, and I like that.
Her line's out a little bit further over the years. Tyler, without priority, gets room for a float. She's down
for this event.
And a quick switch. Coco with the lineup to herself decides to use her priority here. Clean first connection. Only good for one move. And might have taken a gamble there since Tyler's out of the water, so she had a little bit more freedom to take that wave.
Yeah,
it's interesting because at first you think of it at other venues, but this one has been very, very taxing on all competitors as we see a big first turn again from Tyler.
Yeah, is this her 717?
It sure is, the one that got her the lead.
Yeah, you can tell why this fetched such a big number. Those two turns out the back were just a highlight for me. That awkward fall over there.
You definitely want to have the equipment ready to go when you need it, but it looked like, looking at the replay, she came down awkwardly there, and you can see that it looks like, you know, she kind of got bucked off, and on the wave before, I think it was that where she came down, there was actually a dent on the deck, a really high chance that you're going to break the board on your next wave. So switching over, getting back out there, pit crew strong, she's up and riding now.
Good man was Tyler on the next board, just getting a little bit hung up, and she's out, and that wave just went real flat, so she probably just wanted to glide on it real quick. Still has her lead out front, so all that time spent. During the recap, Coco made an effort for the score here.
Coco with an opportunity for the 467 on her forehand. So two carving maneuvers. a third there with a direction change, looking for this inside connection. No downtime before she gets busy on this inside section. Does she find this complete maneuver? Does she ride out of it, Joe? Unfortunately not, but she's been talking about how much work she's put into her backhand, and I think Tyler even found that over in Brazil was the important wave, Joe.
On her way back out under priority, Coco sneaks this wave under the world champ. One solid turn already out the back. She knows a big reform section could make the difference for a win here in the quarterfinals. Steady on her feet, closeout section, she pulls it.
Way to come back and underneath Tyler Wright's priority.
One of our favorite people to see behind the scenes. He's calling it the score. What do you think, Rosie?
Great bottom turn, wind up into that first strong maneuver, and then watch her, Joe. She almost loses the rail to that whitewater, maintains that low crouch just to see her through that flat section. She wants it. She's working this board rail to rail. This is so important to find this inside connection. Beautiful finish. She stomps it.
And Uncle Mike celebrates. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, what a comeback for Coco Ho. And to take a huge win, her first ever in a one-on-one heat over the world champ. And the celebrations continue from a former pipe master and one of the biggest legends up on the pier. Coco taking a deep breath. And what a way to do it without priority to steal it. That might have been one of Coco's most memorable wins in a long time.
Definitely, that feels so good. We spoke about her being in 12th position, needing these points, gives a wave to her dad, just recognizing the hard work